Hello, this is Jake Light, gaming lawyer at your service, and welcome to Legal Investigations. What you're about to watch is the highlights of a live seminar I did several days ago on Twitch, where I go through some legal documents such as the terms and conditions of Twitch affiliate agreement and give you an in-depth understanding of it. I am planning to do this at least twice a month, so if you want to catch one of my legal investigations live, be sure to follow me on the Twitch. Link is in the description below. If you like these highlights, leave a like or comment and subscribe to my channel. Any help greatly supports the continuance of my work. Thank you for watching. Oh, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. This is Jake Light, gaming lawyer at your service. Yes, this is how I sound like when I'm in the. I woke up just now. But yeah, we are doing the legal investigations on the Twitch affiliate agreement, and yeah, so this is how we're gonna do it. I haven't seen the agreement for quite some time. At least when I just started to become an affiliate myself. But I haven't gone through it quite in detail. But we'll go through it again together. I myself isn't a professional in terms of US law, so there might be things that I won't mention if I'm unclear. I will just explain the things that I can see that should be logical to make a conclusion on. Right, so this is the affiliate agreement. I hope the music isn't that too loud. So, and I hope this isn't, the texts are clear, but in case I'll highlight them as we go, right? So this is Twitch affiliate agreement, which was last modified 2019. And just so you know, all these agreements are subject to changes, always, because of changing laws or changing societal obligations or financial situations. And yes, there are the way how Twitch agreements are worded. They don't really need your consent to change it. That's because they want it to be uniformed from all affiliates. I understand partners are a different beast. They have specific terms that Twitch are, specialized to each individual or company or group. In any case, this is the Twitch affiliate agreement. It's an agreement you will have to read through. You're subjected once you obtain the eligibility to become an affiliate, right? So we'll start by reading the first few paragraphs of this agreement. So as you can see, it says here, click here if you're a resident of South Korea. Your participation is subject to this version of the affiliate agreement. From what I can understand from this sentence is just that maybe South Korea has a different sets of international laws or local laws on the entertainment side of business. Twitch themselves are a US platform, we understand that, but the users, the streamers, the content creators are from different countries. So quite possibly Twitch will have to comply with any local laws from other countries in order to have these South Koreans to comply to make content in their platform. In any case, we will be moving on towards rest. So this is the beginning of the agreement. It says Twitch affiliate agreement, inverted commas agreement. This is the usual thing that we lawyers, when we draft agreements, or I think in the professional sense, we always use abbreviations for something huge, for any names or any categories that is too long to say, too much words to put it, so we just short form it. So agreement will always refer to Twitch affiliate agreement. Always keep that in mind, and contains the terms and conditions that govern your participation in the Twitch affiliate program. This program just means that once you become an affiliate, then you are part of this content creation that affiliates are participating or something like that. Because a good agreement is everything should be explained or have a reference to what it meant somewhere else. So I believe this is explained either here or it will be referred to another document, but I think it's in here. Next is which is operated by Twitch Interactive Incorporated, and its affiliates. So if anyone who doesn't know, Twitch, the actual company is called Twitch Interactive Incorporated, and its affiliates, meaning to say anyone that represents Twitch Interactive. So collectively, they are known as we, us, our, or Twitch in this agreement. So whenever you see they mention these few words, it means the company and its affiliates, right? And so any person or entity that participates or attempts to participate in the program, that's person or entity, you or an affiliate. So yeah, this means anyone that is eligible to the affiliate status or affiliate position must accept this agreement without change. Yeah. So you automatically have to comply with all the terms and conditions in this agreement, whether you have click on that yes button or no, agree button or whatever that is when you applied for a affiliate status. So you can't really say you do not agree to the terms or you did not know the terms, because this is how contracts work in terms of online, in terms of this sort of services. If you are talking about normal contracts between your or every normal life, and it's not that unfair so to speak, because a normal contract between people, a legally binding one, it always requires consent or express agreement to the terms and conditions, so that there won't be an issue of I didn't agree to this, I didn't agree to that. It's more traditional way of making contracts, but it is more fair, more obvious. Most of the time, contracts will always involve signing a document, right? But for our purposes here, there is no need for a signature on anything. Moving on to the next paragraph. By registering for the program, you have agreed to the terms and conditions of this agreement without change and have entered into a legal contract between you and Twitch. So yes, this is telling you this is a legally binding contract, can be enforced in court. They will tell you where if they will enforce this. But yeah, a bit. So basically there's that. So provided, however, that this agreement shall not be effective until we determine that you are eligible to participate in the program as further described in section 2. So yeah, this agreement also states, you'll only be subjected to it once you become an affiliate. Then it says the Twitch terms of service separately governs your use of the Twitch service. So this is very important. I think the rest of it is important as well. Let me read through them. To the extent there is Any conflict between this agreement and the terms of service, this agreement will take precedence. All capitalized terms are not defined in this agreement have the respective meaning set forth in the terms of service. So let me explain this. Even though you are just, this is just the agreement in regards to the affiliates. You are also bounded by the terms in the terms of service, which is a different sets of document, which is much more. There's a lot more stuff in here, right? And this is the general terms of service, which is applicable to everyone. Anyone that uses Twitch, whether they are a viewer, whether they are a streamer, anyone at all, as long as they browse through the website or use their app, anything that is considered included in the terms of service. How you use it, why you use it, where you use it, when you use it, all of it is over here. Yeah, but we are not gonna look through that today. But for our purposes, I'm just telling you that terms of services is also binding on you. And they are saying that if there is any contradiction between the two agreement, this agreement will take precedence. Yeah, what this means is if, let's say, this agreement says A can be done, you are allowed to do A or A, B, C, D, however you want to word it, but in the terms of service, it says you cannot do, you are not allowed to do A, B, C, D. So, which would take precedence? As this paragraph says, the agreement will take precedence. So this is how terms and conditions, how agreements solve contradictions in terms. So there won't be an issue of, here it says I can do it, but here it says I can't do it. So we're in a loophole, we're in a vague position. No. There is always a good agreement, a good terms and conditions would explain that, would have that solved. I've seen some agreements, I've seen some contracts that doesn't put this, and yeah, that is very, very bad, because it is like one of the basic stuff you can put in an agreement. But all that aside, so the last one just says all capitalized terms not defined in this agreement have the respective meaning set out in terms of service. So as I've explained previously, there's the agreement, there's these words bolded: agreement, program, Twitch. So it's just saying if this agreement hasn't defined anything else that they have put in this sort of they are worded in this way, it can probably be found in the terms of services agreement. Simple. What we have learned just from these two paragraphs is that you're not supposed to just read this agreement, you're supposed to read this agreement and the terms of service. And not to mention, the terms of services would also include other agreements. They will refer to other agreements. And if they refer to other agreements, you are also bound by those agreements. One of it, for example, is terms of service mentions community guidelines. Over here, you will be subject to community guidelines. So there's just an example of what you are, of how agreements are connected to each other. Because we can't put everything in one single bag, because not everything is applicable to everyone. So we're moving on. So first term, description of the program. The program permits you to monetize the broadcasting, streaming, distribution, and exhibition of your user content through the products, services, or programs described herein. So immediately it tells you that what program are we talking about above here? Twitch affiliate program. So the program, they say, it permits you to monetize the broadcasting, streaming, distribution, exhibition of user content through the product, service, programs. Very simple. even though they've how do you say, detailed it out, it's just saying you're allowed to get paid for streaming or making content on Twitch. So, but they don't explain to you what user content is. So you have to find out from here. If they explain everything that is not explained is found here, right? There is the user content. Yeah, so it's one of the terms in here. But we won't really get into it, but suffice to say, it is just saying the things that you are doing, whether you're playing games, whether you're drawing or doing something, anything, making content in Twitch. So that is considered user content. So we move on to this next one, eligibility and compliance. So this is a main category of the term, and it's divided by like this: 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. It's normal. If we have if a term has a lot of different subjects to cover, then it will be separated like that. So the first one, general eligibility. As part of the enrollment process into the program, you must submit a complete and accurate application, including all forms, documents, or certifications as may be required to satisfy any tax obligations with the respects to payment under this agreement. So first sentence, quite a bit long, but bear with me. It just says, for the first part over here, when you are in the enrollment process of the program, meaning say when you apply to the affiliate program, you have to do a bunch of legal stuff. Submit a complete and accurate program application, which includes all forms, documents, certifications, as may be required to satisfy any tax obligations with respect to payments under this agreement. So all these documents, you have to submit all these documents for the purposes of doing taxes. If you have not, if any of you are not affiliates or have not done any tax, meaning say if you're a minor, because minors can be affiliates or partners, no problem. They just have to have a legal guardian. So anyone that hasn't become an affiliate, please be informed that you have to get your documents ready. From what I understand, these documents are identities and documents to identify who you are. So meaning to say, you can't use your internet persona, your VTuber persona, anything like that. You have to submit real names, real addresses, real tax informations to the program, to the affiliate program when you apply it. So for us Malaysians, for me, I guess, I have all these documents because I have worked, especially having a tax information. The most basic thing you will have is we need to submit is your tax account number and all that. For US, I guess US citizens there's a different set of document you have to fill in and all that. But all in all, this isn't really complicated. It's just to let you know, as you can start to see, it's not a simple matter when you are becoming an affiliate person. How do you say it? Become an affiliate. You're basically being hired, in a way, being hired as a freelancer, not an employee. Because if you're an employee, then you're subjected to employee benefits. But no, it's more like you're Twitch is hiring you to do content creation on their platform, and to do that, you're earning an income, and when you're earning an income, you're subjected to taxes and all applicable laws in relation to work, in relation to this type of work. So we're moving on. It says here, if you are an individual, you must be at least 13 years of age. Yeah, so a minor, at least 13 years, can become an affiliate, and I presume you can become a partner as well. Very simple, nothing hard to explain. So the next one says, if you are between age of 13 and 18, or between 13 and the age of legal majority in your country of residence. The minors, again, they are referring to minors without using the word minors, because if I would guess if they were to use minors, it would be vague, because a lot of different countries would have different definitions of what minors are. So age range would be quite accurate, quite simple, quite accurate, quite direct. You may only participate in the program under the supervision of a parent or legal guardian who agrees to be bound by this agreement. So yeah, you actually need someone to you actually need a parent or legal guardian if you are younger than 18 to go through this program with you. We will evaluate your application and notify you of its acceptance or rejection. We will determine your eligibility at our discretion. So this is really just first entire paragraph, a lot of words, but it's just telling you to be part of this, to be part of the program, become an affiliate, you must be this age, you must submit these forms, blah blah blah, and whether you can become one is up to us. We have Twitch has no obligation to make you an affiliate. That's what they are saying. If we reject your application or terminate your account in connection with any violation or abuse, including but not limited to any violation of the terms of service and community guidelines, you cannot attempt to rejoin the program without our advance written authorization. If you breach any of the terms inside terms of service and community guidelines, you might not be able to become an affiliate. That's what they are saying. Reject or terminate your account. So reject your application. That's not that harsh. Terminate your account. That's pretty harsh. But yeah. Terminate your account here, I would assume it means terminating your Twitch account, your channel. But I would assume, I don't want to assume. I'm just gonna say there is a possibility, right? Possibility of getting terminated, because I would not know the probability of whether options are the most likely that's gonna happen. I have not really gone through any in-depth research on this, but yeah, just don't breach any terms or services, company guidelines, and you'll be fine. So moving on, live content exclusivity. So this is something that a lot of people do not know, something a lot of affiliates do not know. So let's just read. Solely for any live audio-visual work you choose to provide to us as a user content, your live Twitch content, any live audio work you choose to provide us to starting from the beginning of the initial broadcast of any such live Twitch content and continuing for a period of 24 hours following the end of the initial broadcast of such live Twitch content. Such live Twitch content is exclusive is exclusive to Twitch, even as to you. So what this entire sentence is, if you are streaming, right? If you are streaming anything that is and audio visual work. You starting from the beginning of an initial broadcast. So the first time you stream this content, the way they word it is, it sounds like it's either things that you have already pre-made or things that you have not pre-made before the stream, meaning to say you might have edited a video and decide to not upload it as a YouTube video or something like that, but broadcast it live for the first time. That's a possibility, but it can also mean live audio visual, any live audio visual work. Yeah, can also mean anything you have not pre-made, have not created beforehand, it's not a pre-recorded video, it's not a pre-recorded music video or anything like that. So yeah, anything really. It's just a fancy way of saying if you stream anything live, that is considered your live Twitch content. So the first time you stream this live Twitch content for a period of 24 hours from the end of the initial broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, such live Twitch content is exclusive to Twitch. Meaning to say, if for example, if you are streaming for maybe 3 hours, at the end of 3 hours of that 3-hour stream, the 24 hours will start. Period of 24 hours will start. This 24 hours is the exclusivity period. So what does this exclusivity period mean? It means, okay, so we're gonna read on the next sentence. During the exclusivity period of any live Twitch content, you will not nor permit or authorize any third party to broadcast, stream, distribute, exhibit, and otherwise make available such live Twitch content in any manner. Simple, right? You can't stream, upload, or post this anywhere other than in Twitch for that 24 hours. Notwithstanding the foregoing, you have the right to make any live Twitch content available during the exclusivity period solely via the Twitch services. So you can, I'm not sure how that's possible, but they are saying I guess it's this is just talking about clips or highlight, meaning to say once you finish streaming, you can definitely there's no problem with you putting out clips, putting out highlights immediately after the stream. Yeah, so easy. Next sentence. After the exclusivity period of any live Twitch content, the license to such live Twitch content will become non-exclusive, and you will have the right to broadcast, stream, distribute, exhibit, and otherwise make available such live Twitch content in any manner and format desired by you. Yeah, so simple. After that 24 hours period, you can upload, stream, post this, share this anywhere, any place that you like. So you can post this, you can upload this on YouTube, you can stream it on YouTube for some reason. You can post it in Facebook, upload in Facebook, share in Twitter, anything like that. That's just what it means. The initial broadcast means the initial broadcasting, streaming, distribution of other exhibition of live Twitch content via the internet, whether such live Twitch content is broadcast on a real-time live basis as the subject event is occurring, or such live content has been pre-recorded as being initially broadcast for the first time via any manner or method of streaming. Yep. So this is what I guessed what initial broadcast meant because they didn't explain this. But yeah, initial broadcast here means anything that is not whether it's created beforehand or not created beforehand. So yep, there's no loophole here as far as you can see. And yeah, this clause, I think a lot of people do not know there's such a clause in here, exclusivity, right? It's nothing new, at least has been not new, probably much longer than that, but the last time this agreement was modified was 2019. I assume the entirety of this clause has been here for a long time. So it's nothing new. And yeah, but for some reason, for those who are thinking of this isn't so much of a problem of people streaming and then later onwards they upload their VODs on YouTube, even though that is not that is not allowed as well during the exclusive. Let's just call it the 24 hours period. I hate saying exclusivity. It's this clause affects people that are streaming simultaneously on other platforms, such as YouTube or Facebook or any other platforms, with OBS or any software that's possible to allow you to stream at multiple platforms. So now you know, right? Now you know. So it's not really that difficult to understand the exclusivity. But yeah, I've heard here and there that people have been doing it. But you know. So next we're moving on. Next, compliance requirements. You will ensure that information in your program, application, and otherwise associated with your account, including your email address and other contact information and identification of your Twitch channel, is at all times complete, accurate, and up to date. So simple. Please be Twitch is just saying, please make sure everything is accurate, everything is right, correct, and it's legal and all that, like your name, address, everything. Don't put fake stuff. It's not they're saying. Don't put your YouTuber name, your VTuber name, or a false home address or something like contact information, false phone number, because this program, a weird way of putting it, is just basically you again making a contract, entering a contract between Twitch. So you have to the only way, as I think the only way to enter any contract legally, to make it legally binding, is to actually use your real names. You can't have a persona to represent you in making legal agreements, in entering into legal agreements or entering in a legal relationship. If you're doing that, it's very illegal. I'm not sure whether it's criminal. Could be criminal if you are found to be doing something criminally, in some sort of fraud. Yeah, because we are edging towards fraudulence actions. If we are pretending to be someone and entering into contracts. But if, let's say, you are in part of a group, you're part of a company, use that. Make sure it's your company is legal. Make sure you can make sure your company is registered and all that stuff. You can't enter into an agreement without having a legal entity that is registered to the relevant authorities. Like, say, if you are an idol group, you have a music band or anything like that, still you have to ask yourself, is that a legal entity? Is that a company? Is that a proprietorship, partnership, or anything like that? Yeah. But that aside, as uh, conversation for another time. Let's read the rest. You must comply with this agreement, the terms of service, the community guidelines, and the BID's acceptable use policy, including its restrictions on solicitation of bids, each as updated from time to time in order to participate in the program and to receive program fees, as defined below. Please read them carefully. You must promptly provide us with information that we request to verify your compliance with this agreement. Alright, interesting. This next part is just telling you, you are obligated to follow anything in this Twitch. In this agreement. In this Twitch agreement, in the terms of service, in the community guidelines, and the bids accepted to the use policy. Anyone who doesn't know what bids are, it's just Twitch's virtual money. How do you say it? Virtual money. Virtual money, converting actual money into virtual money to donate. All these are different agreements, but they are all binding, right? And they will be updated from time to time. So they might change in a couple of months, in a couple of years. But yeah, these agreements, they change. And they can change without your knowledge. They might notify you. But they don't have the obligation to notify you what has been changed, all that. But I think it's common standard practice for companies to update you on changes in the terms and conditions, so that they are not complained. They are not they might be sued, but it's very difficult. But the most likely thing that will happen if they don't notify you of updates on these terms and conditions is just complaints. They will receive complaints. But other than that, legally speaking, they can change their terms and conditions anytime, anywhere they like. Right? So this is to tell you, please read them carefully. You must promptly provide us with information that we request to verify your compliance with this agreement. So they are saying, please read the agreements often. If not, you might be violating something. You might be in breach of some sort of terms and conditions. That's what they are saying, right? So moving on. 2.4 violations. If you violate this agreement, the terms of services or the BID's acceptable use policy, in addition to any other rights or remedies available to us, we reserve the right to withhold, and you agree you will not be eligible to receive program fees otherwise payable to you under this agreement, whether or not directly related to such violation. Yeah, easy enough, right? They're saying they can stop paying you if you breach anything. Anywhere here or other agreements that are related to this agreement. Simple. And not just withholding money, they can do other things maybe, which they say any other rights or remedies available to us. Meaning to say they might take actual legal actions, or well, they might do other things like ban you or something like that, in addition to not paying you, right? Simple enough. And below they explain program fees, which they referred a couple times, I think. So program fees. You may be eligible to receive the following fees under this agreement as part of the program. Alright? So as an affiliate, you can be paid now. Yay, if you're an affiliate. So how are you being paid? So these are the things, the table of things that how an affiliate can be paid. So it's actually the about 20%, 20 or 30% of the agreement. terms and conditions. So I'll just quickly go through this because it's not something very difficult to understand, which actually you will how do you say get to know once you become an affiliate. So the first thing they are talking about is bits and sharing. Bits and sharing. Twitch, Twitch, in its sole discretion, may make bits available to Twitch users to display, present, and or otherwise use in your channel in chat, or by other means. Bits. So what are bits? They're saying they will provide bits to Twitch users. Bits means digital content, animated emoticon that allow Twitch service users to celebrate moments and express appreciation for broadcasters using the cheering feature of the Twitch service. This is a bit not legal terms, but yeah, I guess they have to put it so people would understand what's the purpose for is used for. You will receive 1 US cent per bit that is used by a viewer to cheer for you through chat or other means, which they are calling this bits revenue share. So as you can see, we have an example here. Well, anyone that is chatting, you can see beside your emoticon icon, the one looks like a diamond shape. That's the bit icon. That's where you can donate to the channel. So that's called bits. 1 bit is 1 cent in USD, I guess. So yeah, simple enough. You must comply with the bits acceptable use policy, including its restrictions or solicitations of bits. Now, I am actually interested in knowing what they mean by solicitation. Let's find out. Don't solicit bits in exchange for money or donations. Yeah, so so there's this separate agreement talking about bits, telling you don't treat bits as real money. Don't treat bits as real money or use it to do exchange for something monetary. Is that right? Including its restrictions on solicitation of bits as budgeted from time to time in order to receive the bits revenue share. The bits revenue share may be adjusted by Twitch from time to time in its sole discretion, including for bits received by users on promotional basis, purchased in different local jurisdictions or as otherwise required to prevent harm to Twitch business interests. A bit of a legal jargon here. So they are talking about the bits, right? They define bits revenue share as 1 bit is equal to 1 USD. So they are saying it could change. It could change from time to time, meaning so it could become 2 cents per bit, 3 cents per bit. But I think that hasn't happened yet. They actually are not certain about the legality of this. How is it possible for Twitch to make a virtual currency? Probably have to go through a lot of legal processes to make this happen. It's like those gacha games in Genshin Impact or anything like that. The virtual premium currencies. Yeah, I don't think it's simple as that. But in any case, that is another conversation. So in its sole discretion, including bits received by user on a promotional basis. Purchased in different local jurisdictions or as otherwise required to prevent harm to Twitch business interests. So bits are not real money but more ornamental or close to crypto likes. Not really. They are, from the definition they are saying, bits are not money. Bits are digital content. Yeah, here. Bits means digital content. And they give an example of animated emoticons that allow Twitch service users to celebrate moments and express appreciation for broadcasters using the cheering feature on the Twitch service. The way they are saying this is it's not money, It's just digital content. Basically, you're using money to convert it to something not to be used as money. It's only to be celebrated, to express appreciation. That's why they are saying you can't treat this as actual money. You can't. Twitch streamers, they are telling you, affiliates or Twitch streamers, anyone who can receive bits, should not entice people, should not solicitate people to donate to them in return giving something in monetary value. That's it. That's pretty much it. So I can't really say it's money per se. But yeah, let me continue. So I don't think they are really talking about illegal acquisition of bits. They are talking about maybe sometimes Twitch will gift or make do promotionals on bits. Meaning to say they might be allowing you to buy bits at a lower price or at a package or something like that. In addition, Twitch in its sole discretion may determine not to provide you with bits revenue share for any use of bits that is not consistent with the bits acceptable use of policy. It will add legal bits acceptable use incorporated by reference in the terms of service. And as may be updated by Twitch from time to time, Twitch reserves the right to stop offering or supporting bits at any time. So this one is saying, please read this bits acceptable use policy. If you want to it's like how do you say, again, I myself should go through this as well, but they are telling you, don't treat this as money. Don't treat this as money. Just think of it as fireworks. Virtual fireworks. What's today's topic about? Today's topic is, as you can see in the title, we are having a legal investigations on the Twitch affiliate agreement. Moving on, we have the next category, qualifying purchases. So yeah, let's move on. Twitch may make specially formatted links appear on your Twitch channel page, a special link, which would direct Twitch users to the purchase of a product as defined below. For every such purchase of a product that is a qualifying purchase, as defined below, you will receive a fee, a product purchase fee, that will be calculated as a certain percentage as published by the Twitch in supplemental fee statement, currently available at this website or a successor website, as may be updated from time to time. Of A, the purchase price of such product. Such price was listed by the Twitch at the time of the qualifying purchase and in the currency in which the qualifying purchase was made. For this is long sentence. Less B, any special discounts or promotion, taxes or service charges, rebates, prepayment, processing fees, credit card, processing fees, and any other related transaction and processing expenses. This is one whole sentence. Let us read the one bit calculation of an eligibility to receive product purchase fees will be further subject to any limitations or calculations set forth in the supplemental fees statement. A product, well, okay, let me try and digest this. Right? One thing they don't tell you is purchase of a product. What is that product? So actually, to read this, to make sense of how I should be reading this, is not just this sentence. Immediately when I read product, I should go towards here. What does product mean? Right? Product means a product that is set forth in a supplemental fee statement and is associated with a program in which Twitch places special links. So what is supplemental? What is in the supplemental fee statement? Subject to the, so we have this document Okay, there's nothing in here. So there's nothing in here. Strange. Yep, they don't have anything in here. This entire thing doesn't tell you what. But apparently Twitch, suffice to say, Twitch may put links in your channel which advertises type of product that Twitch owns. But for now, there doesn't seem to be anything in that supplemental fee statement. But in any case, we will read the rest, alright? A qualifying purchase of a product occurs when user of Twitch clicks through a special link on your Twitch channel page. Alright, such user purchases a product sold by Twitch Interactive or related entity that is designated in a supplemental fee statement as a relevant seller of record, and Twitch receives a fully settled payment for the purchase by such user. Again, they are talking about a non-existent product and how they are selling it, how people are buying it. All this is not really possible to know because we don't have a sample now. If we pay you a product purchase fee and then later issue a refund or credit to the Twitch user for such qualifying purchase, or receive a chargeback related to the qualifying purchase, we may offset the amount of the product purchase fee we previously paid you for such qualifying purchase against the future product purchase fees or other amounts that would otherwise be payable to you under this agreement, or require you to remit that amount to us. Quite a mouthful, but to explain this, they are just really telling you, if someone buys something, this product, I would assume it might be a game, might be a subscription of some sort, maybe Prime, Amazon Prime maybe. But by you're saying it may refer to ads like YouTube does in a way. Now, if it is ads, it has to specify that it is ads. But this isn't an ad. This isn't an ad. They are telling you they are putting a special link in your channel. But I won't get into it, so we will move on to channel subscription services. All right, which I think this is both useful for viewers as well as for streamers, content creators, to understand how your support is being distributed, how your support is helping your favorite VTubers, your favorite content creators. So channel subscription services. Twitch has the exclusive right to offer, promote, and make available to your user content, in which such user content has not been bundled with any third-party content, to end users and viewers of Twitch services on a subscription, pay-per-view, or similar fee. Channel subscription services. We may offer your user content through such channel subscription services at such rates and are subject to terms that are appropriate for the local market. Okay, so that's the second sentence. So first sentence is just telling you there is a way for you to earn from as an affiliate, so which is the channel subscription services. Basically, whenever viewers sub someone, there is some extra benefits for the users and viewers, and Twitch may promote you for it. Like right now, they have the, as you can see in the chat, everyone above you, the GIF, whether it's a GIF or my channel description below, there is a way of them promoting this subscription services. That's what they are talking about. We may offer your user content through such channels at such rates, subject to the terms and that we are appropriate for the local market. So this is very important as well. Local market, such rates as well, subject to the terms that are appropriate for the local market. So they are telling you how much they are charging end users when subscribing to a channel. So they are telling you local market. It depends on the local market, meaning say it depends on the in a way it includes depends on the country, depends on the market as well, country and market. Meaning say whether people are, it doesn't really describe how they set things. They're just telling something very general. They're just saying they're setting these subscription prices where people are comfortable with paying, and depends on the currency of the country. For example, in Malaysia, it costs, without discounts, anything like that, it costs 10 ringgit to subscribe to someone. 10 ringgit is about less than 3 USD. I think they are trying to make it the same price, but how to say? I am not able to confirm whether this is right or wrong, unless there are US citizens here or some other countries can confirm how much they are paying for subscription services. But for Malaysians, it's 10 ringgit, and I think that is a pretty reasonable price, 10 ringgit per month, in relation to the market as they express it, as they stated over there. So yeah, they can change this. They are telling you they can change this, as determined by us in our sole discretion. Yeah, they can determine this, how much they are charging by themselves. You as the affiliate just follow whatever Twitch is telling you. Twitch has the exclusive right to collect the revenues from viewers and end users who have purchased channel subscription services. So this is to say, whenever someone subs, this money goes to Twitch first. Nothing goes to the streamers themselves first. So, and then here it says, the net subscription revenues for the channel subscription services will be split 50% to you and 50% to us, which I think a lot of people don't know this. But then if you've been watching streamers for a long time, you probably would have known this. But yeah, Twitch gets 50% from subscriptions, and the other 50% is given to us. Meaning to say, if someone subscribes to you and pays you 3 USD or 10 ringgit, the streamer is only getting half of it, which is $1.50 or 5 ringgit. So not a lot, but unless anyone is watching this would understand. Yeah, it's not a lot, but it's still something. Net subscription revenues means the total revenues actually received by us from viewers and end users who have purchased channel subscription services, less any billing and payments costs and costs associated with transactions, include monthly and per transaction processing charges in merchant banks, actual taxes, amounts related to the generation of such gross revenues paid to local, state, federal, and foreign entities, including VAT and sales taxes, and returns, refunds, chargebacks, discounts, and credits. So they are telling you that 10 ringgit of 3 USD has to be deducted further, right? They has to deduct transactional costs whenever money is being transferred. There is a minimum, there is a fees charged on those transfers, right? Then there's tax. Depending on the country, there are taxes. And will be deducted. Then there is this returns, refunds, chargebacks, discounts, and credits. Right? All this will reduce. The payment at the end. All right, that's subscription services. Then we move on to special programs. From time to time, right? Mickey, is there a minimum revenue requirement before you get your Twitch paycheck? Yes, there is. I think it is mentioned. If it's not mentioned, it's mentioned here, down below here, on this page. So we move towards there. We'll talk about it soon. We'll talk about it soon. So special programs. From time to time, we may run general special programs that may provide you with the opportunity to earn additional or alternative fees. So again, this is something I don't think happens a lot. I have only streamed for 3 months, so I can't say for certain there have been such a program. Maybe there is, but again, it feels like this qualifying purchases thing, where it's not guaranteed to happen, but they are telling you as an affiliate, if there are special programs happening for Twitch, you can benefit from it in a way. You can earn some more fees from it. For avoidance of doubt, and notwithstanding any time period described in this section, we reserve the right to discontinue or modify all or part of any special program anytime. Yep, they're telling you, even if there is, we might not do it. We might not pay you. I think that's what I'm saying. It's what the Twitch is saying. We reserve the right to discontinue or modify all part of any special program anytime. Yep. Your participation in any special program will be subject to your agreement to any terms, rules, or policies that we may require you to agree to in order to participate in the program. Telling you there are additional stuff that you have to agree. What are those? We do not know. Depends on them. They do all the final decision making. It's just telling you for fun. Like literally, the entire agreement is this is what you have to expect. But we might change things, so yeah. This is how most agreements are made. In sort of this where the bargaining power, where the position of strength between two parties are like, since Twitch is like this giant humongous company, and its reputation exceeds a lot, it speaks for itself. You can't really argue, or you can't really negotiate terms with them. So that's why they can put this sort of terms in it, and there won't be any problems. If there is a conflict between this agreement and the terms, rules, or policies for any special programs, the latter terms, rules, or policies will take precedence with respect to your participation in such program. So yeah, this is telling you if there is a conflict there's a contradiction between the terms and conditions, the terms and conditions in the special program will prevail, will take precedence. We will look into these terms and conditions instead. Alright. Payouts related to any prizes from Twitch operated or owned tournaments are governed by the rules associated with that particular tournament. Those are not considered special programs. Yeah, so they are telling you special programs are not tournaments. Yep, related to any prizes from the owner are governed by the rules associated with the tournaments. Yep, just that. They are not tournaments. If you are looking at tournaments being held by Twitch, they are not part of the special program. Now we come to the advertisements. Yep. So yeah, again, advertisements helps. So let's see how advertisements are paid to affiliates. Twitch has the exclusive right to sell and or display advertisements of any nature, right? So we call it advertisements in connection with your user content on Twitch services. I do not know about you, but for some reason, I'm not sure what sort of ads you see on my channel, but I see a lot of stock. I not see a lot. I see the same ads about stocks exchange for some reason. I do not know why. I've never shown interest in stocks, but I keep getting it. Then the occasional game ads, but That's rare. Just a side note. Net advertisement revenues means any and all revenues actually received by Twitch for the display or broadcast of any advertisements in connection with your user content via the player, less any chargebacks, refunds, and serving costs and sales commission. Right? So they're telling you all revenues were received by Twitch, meaning say money received by Twitch for displaying or broadcasting ads are considered this net advertisement revenues. But there is less chargebacks, refunds, serving costs, and so no idea how this is reducing the revenue, but they say it reduces. I usually see gadgets and movie ads. Previously, it was Spoody, Man, and Sonic. Yes, I received those ads as well. Lots of those. I received a lot of Sonic 2 ads. Alright, so next it says Twitch will pay you at certain rates for the display and for broadcast of such advertisements to the Twitch media player. Yep, telling you they will pay you for the ads, depending on the territory in which the end user will use such advertisement. These rates will be either fixed at CPM basis, at a fixed CPM basis, or delivered impressions, or a percentage of applicable net advertisement revenues. So they are telling you the fixed rate and are available in your creator dashboard. So you can see how much you're actually getting. For me, it's like as I can see, it's very, very little. Whatever rate they are giving is very little. It's like a few USD cents. These rates are made part of this agreement. They may change from time to time in Twitch's sole discretion, with any rates changes applying to advertisements run after such change. Telling you they can change it anytime they like. The rates, I mean. From time to time, Twitch may also offer incentives, such as multipliers that increase your CPM or percentage rates. I mean, I guess they are saying these rates could increase, but I've not seen any special. I have not seen them inform us of this. Additional legal terms may apply to those incentive programs. Additional legal terms may apply to incentive programs. Alright, but we do not know what programs they are, and I can't really add any comments on what these additional legal terms could be. In any case, regardless of any incentive or permitted combination of incentives, Twitch payments to you for advertisements will not exceed 75% of applicable net advertisement revenues. Yeah, so they are telling you that you are going to receive 70% of the net advertisement revenues, 35% more than subscriptions. But you know, ads are really, it's very, very low. Very, very low. You could say it's non-existent. But yeah, it's still money. It's still supporting your streamers. So again, let me read this Let me read this last paragraph. Twitch may also offer tools that you may use to estimate or project your advertisement-based revenue. While we try to make these tools as accurate as possible, they are for informational purposes only and do not affect your actual revenue calculation. So they're telling you can see how much you're earning from the ads, but they are just for your illustration purposes only. Does not actually reflect the actual amount you'll be getting. So if I believe they are saying this because if there is, in the event there is some sort of discrepancy between when you're actually getting paid, and they can rely on this saying nope, that is just for illustration purposes only, just for your viewing, don't take it too seriously. Yep, I definitely can see why they put this here. because most likely that projection that what you're earning from the ads is not accurate. So these are the, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ways that you can be paid as an affiliate. But I believe out of these 5, only 3 is possible, is practical, is the one that you can earn something from. Most is the bits and the channel subscription services. Ads not so much, but it helps. Again, if any of you are viewers of someone else you're supporting, ads are good for them. So try not to show your discomfort, your how do you say, frustration against ads in chat, especially. It's not it's not their fault. It's not our fault that ads are showing up. We can't remove ads for followers. That's what I'm trying to say. But even if you are seeing ads, it's helping streamers. Don't be mad about it. If you're being mad about it, you're being insensitive towards the streamers, right? Okay, moving on. We are going to talk about payment and reporting, which is when are we gonna get paid? We know the income, how we're gonna get our income, how we're gonna get the revenue, but when are we gonna get paid? So this is the entire clause for it, right? Clause 4, payment and reporting. Payment terms. Program fees payable by Twitch to you will be paid to you on a monthly basis within 45 days after the end of calendar month, right? This is just to say they are paying on a monthly basis, but only within 45 days after the end of each calendar month, which is very strange. A bit conflicting. They're telling you they are paying you on a monthly basis, but this monthly basis is has a threshold of some sort. Because they are telling you, yes, you'll be paid on a monthly basis, but they have a time span of 45 days to pay you. So meaning to say they can pay you within the first day of this 45 days period, or the last day of this 45 days period at the end of each calendar month, right? So if let's say we are talking about May, the month of May, if you're supposed to be paid this month, well, you can expect that payment to come to you from 1st of May, until next month's June 15th. That's what they are telling you. You can expect your payment for May until next month, until mid of next month. That's what they're telling you. Quite, if we're talking about fairness, this is very, very unfair. But they might have their reasons for it, which why I can think of one reason being they have thousands and thousands of people to pay. So I guess this is a reasonable forecast of when you will receive your payment, the monthly payment. All right, and they are going to pay you in United States dollar, in USD. Less all of that, billing and payment costs, which may include monthly and pre-transaction processing charges and merchant banks, and returns, refunds, chargebacks, discounts, and credits. So always have to deduct all these payments before actually paying you. So if let's say you're being paid $100, you're probably not receiving the full $100 because of these deductions, right? Provided that you have timely delivered to Twitch all documentation necessary and appropriate to effectuate payment. So they are talking about the documents when you applied for affiliate program, from the beginning. So you only be paid if you fill out all these forms and information. Nothing too difficult to understand. If we are obligated to pay you any program fees in a currency that is not United States dollars, we will convert such program fees at at an exchange rate that we or our bank determine, which may include fees and charges for conversion. I don't think this is a yes, this is a thing. They will be paying USD, but if let's say they are paying to a Malaysian bank, like my bank, my bank will be in Malaysia. My bank doesn't accept USD as a online transaction, I think, so they would have to convert it. So there will be a conversion charge, and there will be even less money from it. So if we are realistically talking, whatever money Twitch is paying, there will be a portion of it being paid to all these different third parties, right? That's what these terms are saying. We will pay you any program fees in the payment method that you choose from the payment options that we will make available for the program. Yeah. So for Twitch affiliates, there's a settings for you to choose how you are going to be paid. I believe a few of them is PayPal. I think it's PayPal. Then there's direct bank transactions or online bank transfers. Can't recall what else, but yeah, those are the two. I think it is the way how Twitch transfers money to you. To ensure proper payment, you are responsible for providing and maintaining accurate contact and payment information through the service. So again, they are telling you provide real life information of your contact and payment information. Do not use your VTuber name, your aliases, your nicknames. Use your real name. Use your real address, real phone number, real bank account. Don't use any fake information. If the money doesn't go through, and because of this things, then Twitch is not going to help you. Twitch is not going to help you. They are telling you are responsible for providing and maintaining accurate contact and payment information. Yeah, so you are responsible. Twitch isn't responsible. Any changes to your content and payment information will not be effective until at least 7 days after submission to us. Right? Simple enough. I don't think I have to explain that. Twitch will not be obligated to make a payment if the total amount to be paid to you under this agreement is less than $100. The payment threshold. Yes, this is what Mickey was asking. I think one of the reasons they set 45 is that they need time to sort chargebacks. Yes, they require lots of time to do all these payments to thousands of us. So there's a lot of accountings to be done. I've read before it used to be 60 days before. Yes, you've read. The thing is, these terms and conditions changes very often. So it is good practice to read these terms and conditions every few months. Very, very good practice to read this. If Twitch doesn't have the habit of updating you on the different terms and conditions being updated. But as far as I know, Twitch does that, although not obviously. Maybe they will send you an email. Maybe they'll just put a notifications on your channel, on your account. They won't tell you directly. It's up to you to find out. So again, read your terms and conditions every now and then. Not every week or not every month, but every now and then. It's important to know what is alright, what is not alright. And may instead accrue such payment obligations until such time as its overall obligation to you as at least the payment threshold. If any excess payment has been made to you for any reason whatsoever, we reserve the right to adjust or offset the same against any subsequent fees payable to you under this agreement. So yeah, they are telling you if you have not reached $100, they will not pay you. Alright? And if they pay you more than you were promised, they will deduct it in future payments. The following paragraph only applies to you if you reside in the USA or in a country that is not currently a member of the European Union. So this part here, I will explain, but why they put it like this, I would not know. Probably due to US laws or European laws. But in any case, knowing the origins of this, why these terms are here, it's not really relevant. What relevant is it is to be followed. It is to be complied with. So let us read this. If any time there has been no substantial activity on your program account for at least 12 consecutive months, and you have not earned at least $100 in program fees during that 12-month period, we may close your inactive account and terminate this agreement. So for anyone there is in the USA and any other countries that is not part of the EU. So we are talking about Asian countries. We're talking about American countries. We're talking about African countries. Every other continent other than EU, European Union, has to follow this. Now, this is very important. Well, important for those that have reached affiliate and suddenly have to become hiatus, have to stop streaming for some reason. You need to take note of this. They are telling you, if you do not stream or do anything as an affiliate for 12 months and you have not earned $100 USD during these 12 months, they may close your inactive account and terminate this agreement. They are telling you, you could lose your affiliate status. All right, you could lose your affiliate status if you don't do anything, if you don't earn enough during these 12-month periods. Okay, and next it says, if you have accrued program fees in your account, the maintenance fees will be deducted from your remaining balance. So if you have money, but not above $100, they will deduct maintenance fees, just like a bank account. From your remaining balance. The maintenance fees will be lesser of the accrued program fees in your account, or $25. That's a lot. That's a lot. Any remaining balance will be paid to you. Yeah, so they are telling you they will close your account, terminate this agreement, but they will refund you after deducting $25. What if we don't stream but earn $100? Yes. So as you can see, the first paragraph, Mickey, it says no substantial activity on your program account for at least 12 consecutive months, and you have not earned at least $100. So this too has to happen. You have to not be doing anything during those 12 months as a affiliate. Substantial activity doesn't really say anything, explain what substantial activity means here, but I will at least assume it means streaming, right? So these two are in, as I mentioned, Mickey, these two are in conjunction with, they work together. They have to happen at the same time. So if let's say you are streaming, but you are not earning $100, your affiliate status won't be gone, because you're putting effort, you're creating content, you're streaming, you have substantial activity on your program account. So then we have this. The following paragraph only applies to you if you reside in a country that is currently a member of the European Union. Yep. So European Union. All European Union streamers have to follow this. If any time there has been no substantial activity on your program account for at least 12 consecutive months, and you have not earned $100 in program fees during the 12-month period, we will have to write, upon 7 days written notice, to close your inactive account and terminate this agreement and deduct the maintenance fees from your remaining balance. Maintenance fees will be lesser of the accrued program fees in your account, or $25. Any remaining balance will be paid to you. We are talking about EU. I think the only differences is that Twitch has to give a written notice to close your account and terminate this agreement. In a way, they are just, I think they are saying, now, we can interpret this in two ways, right? They're telling you they are going to inform you that they are going to close your account, terminate your agreement. One way of interpreting this is they're just telling you, because of European laws, they need to inform you that this agreement is going to be terminated. Another way of interpreting this notice is they're giving you a chance. They're giving you a chance to do something about it, I guess. either to argue against it or something. But what that entails, I'm not sure, and I don't think it's right to tell you what that could be. But yeah, they're giving you a 7 days notice before they terminate your agreement. So yay for European unions. But yeah, that's about the most about payment and reporting. How you are going to be paid and all that by Twitch. Then we have reporting. We will provide you with access to our dashboard, which will provide data relating to program fees. You acknowledge and agree that all reporting data is and will at all times be exclusively owned by us and will remain our confidential information. So this is an interesting thing, right? Reporting data. They're telling you there's a dashboard in your Twitch channel, in your account, where you can see. This is very important to inform you all. Anyone that is an affiliate or above, I guess, they are telling you there's a place where in your account there's a dashboard that tells you how many subscriptions you have, how many people have given bits to you, all that stuff. There's a dashboard for it, an estimation for it. They're telling you all this information, all this revenue, all this stuff is confidential information, right? So what that means is you can't tell anyone about it. You can't how do you say, the data, at least the data, at least the numbers, whatever shown in that dashboard, you can't tell anyone about it because it's confidential information between you and Twitch. Why is that? Most agreements have this sort of a confidential clause in terms of what you can tell people, what you can't tell. I was a bit cautious for thinking of doing this sort of stream explaining the agreement, but since this agreement is for public viewing, so I had no problem doing this sort of explanation, doing sort of a seminar, I guess. So yeah, always, if you're basically don't screenshot the earning dashboard. Not just that, I mean, motto, don't even tell anyone about it. You can't tell the exact numbers. Maybe you can give estimations, but you can't tell the exact numbers, right? Screenshot is definitely not part. You can't do it, or stream it, or anyway showing the numbers, exact numbers. Yeah. So why I say this is important is, maybe sometimes streamers, content creators like to be transparent, what they earn, all that stuff, so that it helps other streamers, content creators gauge how they are doing. But some things are to be kept in secret. Some things are kept in confidential because of this sort of terms and conditions. And if you are found out to be leaking out this sort of information, you're breaching contract, you're breaching agreement. So let's move on to the rest. All right, which are, I think, standard terms, but this standard terms is gonna appear a lot of places, and I think it will be useful for general knowledge as well. Whether you're working, whether it is a employment contract, whether it's a real estate contract, any sort of business contract, all this, the terms below here is gonna be quite standard in most circumstances. So taxes, you may charge and we will pay applicable national, state or local sales or use taxes or value-added taxes that you are legally obligated to charge. You may charge and we will pay applicable national, state, or local sales, or use taxes or the taxes that you are legally obligated to charge, provided that such taxes are stated on the original invoice that you provide to us and your invoices say such taxes separately and meet the requirements for a valid tax invoice. So this is telling you regarding taxes, and they are telling you they'll give you when they pay you money, I guess, when they pay you anything, and if you want a tax invoice, you have to tell them what exactly do you need. This is a bit complicated for people who have not done any taxes, income taxes, but yeah, you yourself, even though Twitch is paying you a certain amount of money, if that certain amount of money reaches a threshold, or for your country, that income is taxable, suffice to say, you have to yourself do all the necessary calculations or necessary declarations to your local income tax department. For Malaysia, will we get taxed for the earnings? You will get taxed for the earnings. Depending on, for Malaysia, I believe there is a threshold, but you need to declare. At least you have to declare what you're earning to the Inland Revenue Department, Inland Revenue Board, sorry, IRB. Whether you are taxed or not, you have to declare any income you are receiving. That is the law, actually. So which is applicable for anything, any income that you're earning. If let's say you're not an employee, whether you're an employee or not, any income you receive, you have to inform the government. Why? It's because there's taxes to be paid to the government, and it's up to the government to the government to tell you whether you are charged with tax. So you can't be saying, I'm doing this like a side gig, or it's just a small one-time thing. It's not really my job or my business. Well, it doesn't matter how that income goes to you, it's still an income. So you still have to declare it. That is as far as my knowledge of tax is, because taxes is a very complicated beast. Most of the time, businesses, companies will have to consult actual tax consultants, tax advisors to do their tax, auditors and all that. So that's the basic thing I understand for taxes. But for here, this term here is just, they're telling you are responsible for all these tax calculations. We may deduct or withhold any taxes that we may be legally obligated to deduct or withhold from any payment made to you under this agreement. And payment to you as reduced by such deductions or withholdings will constitute full payment and settlement to you of as such payment under this agreement. This sentence is just basically in relevance to their US laws. They might need to pay some sort of tax. This is a general term. It may or may not be applicable, but they have to put it. If they don't put it, they will be in trouble. Throughout your participation in the program, you will provide us with any forms, documents, and or certifications that may be required for us to satisfy any information on reporting or withholding tax obligations with respect to any payments under this agreement. Yeah, so they're telling you to give us all the information needed to do all these taxes. I mean, let's say the streamer is an employee of a government department. Do both the earnings from the job as well as the ones from streaming has to be declared? Yes. Aminamoto, I think that it applies to all countries as well. Whatever income you're receiving, whether it's from a job, or from a business, from a part-time job, from a freelance work, they're all incomes, whether you do it simultaneously or not. Whether it is not registered with the relevant authorities, government authorities. For example, if you're just selling some food on a very friendly basis through a platform, but you're earning quite a bit of amount, you still have to declare it. So that's it. If you don't declare it, and if the government finds out you're not declaring all this income, it's criminal in nature. This is a criminal offense. Consider it a criminal offense if you don't declare income. And the penalty for it could be money, paying a certain amount of money, or imprisonment. So be careful with that. So next is license. Other than as set out expressly herein or in the terms of service, neither party will acquire any right, title, interest in any intellectual property rights belonging to the other party or the other party's licenses. Alright, so this is about licensing, a very short one, because most of this is about copyright. It's about copyright and everything related to it, intellectual property rights. They are telling you most of it is in the terms of service. A different agreement, the general agreement which everyone should read through. And depending on how well received this stream is, I might do this for the next one. Might do terms of service for the next one. It's a big one, but it's a very necessary one. So they are just saying in here that neither party will acquire any right, title, interest in intellectual property belonging to the other party or the other party's licenses. They are telling you this agreement doesn't give you any additional licenses to use other people's creative works. Just that. It's really just that. I'm not sure why they have to put this in. I guess people have assumed that they become an affiliate and suddenly they are able to do some sort of they are able to use other copyright in other people's copyrighted works, maybe. But yeah, this is just saying you still have to use your own copyright stuff. You have to still get your own licenses to use other people's work. Yeah, so that's that. Data privacy. Next clause would be, it says, you agree that our privacy policy, and may be updated from time to time, governs how we collect, use, and disclose your personal information. You acknowledge and agree that the information associated with any purchases through the Twitch service or any uses of any Twitch service belongs to Twitch. So yeah, this is telling you they have a privacy policy. They have a agreement, have a document telling you how are they gonna use your data. This is a different beast, a different monster. Talking about personal information, personal data, how they can use your data, how they can use it for their commercial use, all that. But for this agreement, they are telling you this document exists. Please go and read it. So next we move on to representations and warranties. Well, a bit on this, I guess I can tell you is what they are telling you is they can use your personal information. What that entails, probably a lot of things. For their statistics for to sell, maybe I have to look into it, but that's just speculation. But yeah, there's no, a lot of people maybe a lot of people, I'm not sure, think that their private information is private, is a right or something like that. But in a commercial circumstance, a commercial situation, transactional, contractual relationship, those rights can be transferred, can be foregone, can be waived. Next is representation and warranties. This is a very basic term. You will see it everywhere. You represent, warrant, and covenant that you are at least 13 years of age and have not been previously removed from or prohibited from receiving the Twitch services. Yeah, so they're telling you you're older than 13 years old and you have not been banned from Twitch. You have not been banned from Twitch or forbidden from using Twitch. B, you will participate in the program in accordance with this agreement. This is just representations and warranties. The words here, it means something like making promises, stating facts, implied facts, all that stuff. So how do you say, so that later on you can't say I didn't say I was that, or I didn't say I was this, here and that. So very common term in agreements. You will participate in this program in accordance with this agreement. Your participation in the program will not violate any applicable laws, ordinances, rules, regulations, orders, licenses, permits, industry standards, judgments, decisions, or other requirements of any applicable governmental authority, including all such rules governing communications and marketing. Quite a mouthful, really, but at the end of the day, it just tells you, don't breach anything, don't do anything illegal, don't do anything that you're not supposed to do, right? They're telling you you are responsible to know the laws, know the rules, know the regulations, know anything that it might be illegal, might not be illegal, might be criminal, might not be good to do. Very, very standard wordings to include everything. And then next, you have the full corporate right, power, and authority to enter into this agreement to perform the acts required hereunder. Yep, standard. They are telling you you have the legal right. You're in a legal position to enter into this agreement. Your execution of this agreement and your performance of your obligations and duties under hereunder do not and will not violate any agreement to which you are a party of, by which you are otherwise bound. The information you provide in connection with the program is accurate and complete at all times. You can update your information by contacting us through the Twitch service. We do not make any representation, warranty, or covenant regarding to the amount of program fees you can expect at any time in connection with the program, and we will not be liable for any actions you undertake based on your expectations. So they are telling you, you promise all of this stuff you will do, right? And what about Twitch? Twitch just says, I'm not promising anything. I'm not promising anything. Nothing about the program fees. Alright? Anything that you can expect from the program. And I would not be liable for any actions if you were making any of that expectations. Yep. That's how this is gonna be. How this is gonna be. So moving on, Twitch service customers. Our customers are not by virtue of your participation in the program. Your customers. As between you and us, all pricing terms of sale, rules, policies, and operating procedures concerning customer orders, customer service, and product sales set forth on Twitch service will apply to those customers, and we may charge them at any time. You will not handle or address any contacts with any of our customers, and if contacted by any of our customers for a matter relating to interaction with the Twitch service, you will state that those customers must follow contact directions on the Twitch service to address our customer service issues. This is a very interesting one. I guess it happens, and all will happen is that people think, viewers think, supporters think that once we are affiliates or partners, we represent Twitch. But believe it or not, we are not. We are not representatives of Twitch. We are more like freelance workers. We are independent contractors. That is very, very accurate. We are independent contractors of Twitch. We are in no way serving Twitch's customers. We are giving Twitch content. That is all we are doing. We're giving Twitch content, providing them providing them an entertainment platform, entertainment for customers. While the customers, they are Twitch, they are referring here is when viewers buy subscriptions, when viewers use bits, when viewers, however they interact with Twitch, they are doing all this between them and Twitch, not the customers, not the viewers and streamers. I think that they are clarifying this. The relationships between Twitch customers and customers and Twitch streamers. Am I explaining myself correctly? So basically, anything happening, any services provided by Twitch to customers, you as the content creator have nothing to do with it. And if these customers, these viewers, these supporters approach you with a Twitch problem concerning their services, we are not, us content creators are not supposed to service them, are not supposed to tell them what to do or cater to their needs or whatever. We are just required to tell them, we are not Twitch, we don't represent Twitch. Please go to the correct places to inform your problems, solve your problems. Go to the correct platforms, correct contact. So that's it. 9. Term and termination. The term of this agreement will begin upon our acceptance of your program application and will end when terminated by either you or us. Alright? So this is about when does the agreement begin and when it ends. So how do we terminate an agreement? Either you or we may terminate this agreement at any time, with or without cause, by giving the other party written notice of termination. So yes, all said and done, you or Twitch can terminate the agreement anytime, anywhere, without giving any reason. Right. So is there any consequence to this? So we further read through all this. We may withhold accrued unpaid program fees for a reasonable period of time following the termination to ensure the correct amount is paid to account for any cancellations or returns. Right? So seems they are saying they will pay you for anything that hasn't been paid yet. Upon any termination of this agreement, all rights and obligations of the parties will be extinguished, except that the rights and obligations of the parties under sections 8 and 11 and 11 to 17 will survive the termination of the agreement. So they are referring to other clauses, other sections in this agreement. What is 8? 8 is Twitch service customers. 11 to 17, we have not read that. So these are 11 to 17. We'll go through all this, but what they are saying is, once the agreement has ended, no one has any obligation to do anything, which I think is mostly you don't have to follow the how do you say? Example would be the exclusivity period thing. You won't have to follow that anymore because you're not part of the affiliate program, right? And Twitch doesn't have to. Maybe Twitch doesn't have to pay you, but here it seems like they are paying you. But other than that, Twitch most likely doesn't have to provide you the features of an affiliate, like getting subscriptions, giving you a place to subscribe, giving viewers a place to subscribe, to donate bits and all that. If you terminate the agreement and your earn balance equals to or exceeds the payment threshold, we will pay you and your earn balance within approximately 45 days after the end of calendar month in which the agreement is terminated, pursuant to section 4.1. Yep, 4.1 is the payment terms. So they are telling you even if it is terminated, we will still pay you if it exceeds the threshold. Any earned balance below the payment threshold will remain unpaid. Aha! They are saying if let's say you've only earned $99, they won't pay you the $99. They will keep it. No termination of this agreement will leave either party for any liability for any breach of or liability accruing under this agreement for prior to the termination. Yep, so they are telling you if some sort of terms and conditions has been breached by either party can take legal actions against each other. So now we move on to 10, modifications. The one that makes it almost seem like all the other terms seems useless, right? You understand once I read through all this. Twitch reserves the right at our discretion to change, modify, add, or remove portions of this agreement at any time. For example, to reflect updates to the Twitch service or to reflect changes in the law. Yep. This sentence alone makes the entire agreement seems like, okay, can just change anytime, anywhere, anyhow you like. Yeah. If Twitch changes this agreement, we will provide you notice of these changes, such as by sending an email. Alright, so they will tell you if they change anything. Posting a notice on the Twitch service or updating the last updated date above. Please check this agreement periodically for those changes. Modifications may include, for example, changes to the program fees, program eligibility, payment procedures, and other program requirements. If modification is unacceptable to you, your only recourse is to terminate this agreement. Interesting. Yeah. Your continued participation in the program following the effective date of any modification, example, the date of our posting of a change notice or revised agreement, or the date specified in any email to you regarding such modification, will constitute your binding acceptance of the change. Yep. It is like that. It's what it is, right? Alright, just a general knowledge, if you see this term anywhere else in your life, don't agree. If it's possible for you, don't agree to this term. This term makes everything else pointless. Alright, if you're buying a car, if you're hiring someone to do something, or someone is hiring you to do something, you're buying a house, selling a house, anything really. If there's a clause like this, don't sign that agreement, especially an employment agreement, employment contract. Right, moving to 11. Disclaimers. To the fullest extent permitted by the applicable law, the program and the content and materials contained therein are provided on an as-is where-is basis, without warranties of any kind, either express or implied, except as expressly provided to the contrary in a writing by Twitch. The program and this is very legal jargon, legal sentence. To the fullest extent permitted by applicable law, the program and the content and materials contained therein are provided on an as-is basis, without warranties of any kind, either express or implied, except as expressly provided to the contrary in a writing by Twitch. They are, in a way, saying that whatever mentioned in this program and content are not promised. In a way, I think they are trying to say that, because they mention the program and the content and materials contained. I would assume this means that the terms and conditions in the affiliate program, the payments, all that, and the subscriptions and all that, the features as an affiliate, the benefits as an affiliate, provided on an as-is basis without warranties of any kind, either express or implied. So they do not promise like that. They do not promise this. It will be there, unless expressly provided to the contrary in a writing by Twitch. So maybe, they are just saying, not really about that. They are just saying they are not making any promises that hasn't been said by Twitch. More like that. Twitch and its affiliates, partners, and suppliers disclaim all other warranties, statutory, express or implied, including but not limited to implied warranties or merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, title, and non-infringement as to the program, including any information, content, or materials contained therein. But yeah, I actually want to comment on this. This this way of why they have capitalized everything over here, I do not know. This makes it very hard to read. Bolding it, no, not bolding it, capitalizing these sentences. There's no reason for it. There's no legal reason for it. It just makes makes it hard to read, and I don't know. It makes it like it's unprofessional. It's like you're shouting, because capitalization of words, entire sentences seems like you're just shouting at people. In any case, I'll try to read the rest of this, and I'll just conclude. Explain this disclaimer clause in general. Except for the express representations and warranties set forth in this agreement, Twitch does not make any representation or warranty in connection with the subject matter of this agreement. No advice or information, whether oral or written, or obtained from you from Twitch or the program, will create any warranty not expressly stated herein. You expressly acknowledge that, as used in this section 11, the term Twitch includes Twitch officers, directors, employees, shareholders, agents, and licensors, and subcontractors. All right. So this entire clause, they are just saying anything that is not said in this agreement, anything we have mentioned elsewhere, or have not mentioned elsewhere, or you might be thinking it is implied or not implied. How do you say? It's not warranted. It's not promised. It's not denied. Anything. All of it is this entire sentence is contradictory, but its purpose is to avoid getting sued by someone else, getting sued by other companies for saying something which Twitch contradicted itself in relation to the terms here and elsewhere, right? It has a lot of things. It mentions a lot of subjects. For example, it mentions merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, title and non-infringement as to the program. Very vague. Merchantability sounds like I think the word means whether something is can be sold, is of good quality and to be sold. And fitness for a particular purpose. Not sure. All this is very general terms. Not sure what they are referring to. Yeah, it's a jumbled mess. Because they don't want to be sued. They don't want to claim responsibility for anything. They disclaim almost everything. And then again, the thing is, for this is just general knowledge, contracts term, you can put any terms in contracts. Whether the terms are enforceable, whether they are legal, is another issue, is another matter to argue. Yeah, you can put it, say you are not liable to any damages, blah blah blah, all that. Like the rest, the next clause doesn't mean you won't be sued, or you are free from any liability. Terms and conditions are not above the law or anything. If the law says that you have to do some certain things, you have to be in some sort of standard or quality, or do some sort of legal procedures, you have to do it. Contractual terms does not, you can't evade liability just like that, right? Just like that. In any case, let's move on to indemnification. Again, this is something similar to the previous term, but this one is about damages. You hereby release and agree to defend, hold harmless, and indemnify us and all our subsidiaries, affiliates, directors, officers, employees, agents, successors, and assigns from and against any allegation or claim based on or any loss, damage, settlement, costs, expense, and other liability, including but not limited to reasonable attorney's fees incurred and or those necessary to successfully establish the right to indemnification, arising from or related to any act or omission by you, including without limitation any breach of this agreement, including your representations and warranties in Section 7 above, or allegation or claim of negligence, strict liability, willful misconduct or fraud of you, or B, or access to use of the program. So lots of words, but they mean one thing only. If Twitch gets sued, gets legal actions taken against them, against any of them, anyone that represents Twitch, not us, we are not representative of Twitch, as I mentioned, of any loss, damage, settlement costs, expense, any other liability. So really, they're saying, if I get sued because of you, you will be responsible for any of those money that is involved. All right, really, it's just that. Very unfair, but you know, they have we have to agree to this. If you don't agree to this, you can't be part of the affiliate program. But this clause, you can see it in every other place. Yeah, every other contracts. Again, don't agree, just simply agree to any contracts if you see this term. These are likewise the modification term, the disclaimer term, indemnification term, and I think these 3 or 4, the next one as well. If you see any of these terms in an agreement, don't just simply agree to it. You're gonna regret if something happens. Limitation of liability. Neither we nor any of our affiliates or licenses will be liable to you for your lost revenue, lost profits, lost business, or indirect, incidental, consequential, special, and exemplary damages, even if we have been advised of the possibility of such damages arising from or relating to this agreement or the program. Further, our aggregate liability to you under any theory of liability in connection with this agreement and the program will not exceed the fees paid or payable to you under this agreement the 12 months immediately preceding the date on which the event giving rise to the most recent claim of liability occurred. Again, with the capitalized word sentences, no idea why, but again, to simplify this clause, they are telling you if Twitch breaches anything, does anything bad make against you as the affiliate, making you lose money, lose something any way possible because of this program, because of this agreement, they are not responsible. All right, so the question is this clause enforceable? Without looking through US laws, but for me, from what my experience with my own Malaysian laws and all that, this sort of clauses is just to put there to scare people. They're just to tell you, if we did anything wrong, you can't sue us. It's funny when I put it that way though, because legal suits doesn't work like that. If you feel like Twitch definitely have done something legally wrong, breached some sort of terms and conditions, you definitely can pursue actions, take legal actions. And this clause would not make it so that your case is void or anything like that, because there should be contract laws that voids such terms. I've seen cases, I've seen statutes that have decided against this sort of terms and conditions, or at least limit these terms of conditions. Because they say even if we have advice of the possibility of such damages, even if we are told, yep, if we are doing this, it's gonna cost damages, but we'll do it. That's not. If that happens, you can't say anything at all. It sounds to me like that. Anything I do, if I hurt you, if I beat you up, if I stab you, if I shoot you, I'm not liable. This is it is a ridiculous clause, but it is a clause that most contracts put in just in case it works, I guess. If the miracle it works. Right, moving on. Relationship of parties. You and we are and will remain at all times independent contractors. Yeah, so they expressly state that we are independent contractors, and nothing in this agreement will be construed to create an agency, employment, fiduciary or representative, or any other relationship between you and us. Right? Yeah, so our relationship, content creators, affiliates, between Twitch is just independent contractors. We are hired by Twitch to make content. Nothing more, nothing less. You will not represent yourself to be an employee, representative, or an agent of us. You understand and agree that you do not have the authority to bind us in any manner, or enter into any agreement, or incur any liability on behalf of us. Right? Fair enough, yeah, enough. They're saying we can't do anything on behalf of them, whether casually or legally, right? So we can't make agreements on behalf of Twitch, all that. So very reasonable. This some compared to clauses 10, 11, 12, and 13. 14 is very tame. Governing law, jurisdiction, and venue. Yep, this is where how this agreement is going to be enforced. This agreement is governed in accordance with the laws of the state of California, without giving effect to any choice of law rule that would cause the application of laws of any jurisdiction other than laws of the state of California to rights and duties of the parties. Any legal suit, action, or proceeding arising out of relating to this agreement by a party will be resolved by litigation in courts located within the city and county of San Francisco in the state of California. The parties hereby consent to the exclusive jurisdiction and venue of such courts, to accept service of process by mail, and hereby waive any jurisdictional or venue defenses otherwise available to them. So simple enough. This clause is just saying if there is a conflict of interest, if there is a breach of contract of this agreement, Twitch or you will can take actions in the state of California. This is common to state where this agreement will be enforced. If not, if there's no such clause in here, it will be a chaos. It will be a mess, right? To determine where the agreement should be enforced. But at least with this, we can safe to assume if we are looking up any contractual laws, we can just look up to contractual laws at the federal level for America or US and at the state of California. We can focus our mind towards there. We don't have to consider laws in other countries. We don't have to consider laws in other states of US. So yeah, simple enough. Then 16, arbitration. Any dispute or claim relating to, in any way to this agreement, terms thereof, or your participation in the program that arises between the parties, including the parties' respective parent, affiliate, and or subsidiary entities, will be resolved by a binding arbitration as described in this paragraph, rather than in court. So this sentence says that if there is a breach of contract, the first thing to resolve this breach is through an arbitration. And what is an arbitration? Simply put, it's not an actual court. It's more like a mediator. Mediator is a different thing, but it's a middle man, in a middle person, a company that is to resolve this resolve this conflict, resolve this dispute. Normally we call it dispute resolution. So it's not a judge that will be presiding on this case. It will be someone qualified, maybe a person with a legal background. They will decide how this case goes, who is right, who is wrong, and how would they settle. normally through a compromise of some sort, a compromise or settlement. So that's arbitration. Except that you may assert claims in a small claims court if your claims qualify. So there's an exception instead of using arbitration. B. Either party may bring suit by submitting to the courts in the aforementioned jurisdiction and waiving such parties' respective rights to any other jurisdiction to enjoin infringement or the misuse of intellectual property rights. So they are saying there are exceptions to this arbitration, using arbitration to resolve disputes. One is small claims court. Basically, instead of arbitration, you can use small claims court. Small claims meaning, say, the amount you're claiming from the other party isn't really high, it's small. Not sure what amount this is, but it's a way for small cases to resolve a problem in court, but in a fast track way. Because normally this sort of small claims would be small matters, maybe payments are being made, clear cut, there's no facts to be argued, and all that stuff. But that's another thing to explain further. Not here. Either party may bring suit by submitting to the courts in the information jurisdiction and waiving such parties' respective rights where the jurisdiction enjoin infringement or other misuse of intellectual property rights. So this paragraph is saying the exception for the above arbitration is also if the case is involving intellectual property rights. If the case is involving intellectual property rights, then you can use the normal you can take the normal legal actions in court. There is no judge or jury in arbitration, and court review of an arbitration award is limited. So they are like in here explaining what is an arbitration. However, an arbitration can award an individual basis the same damages and relief as a court, right? So yeah, they're saying arbitrator can decide things similar to a court, including injunctive and declaratory relief or statutory damages. These are like legal remedies other than payment. Injunctive would be something like stopping someone from doing something. Declaratory relief and statutory damages, something like payments, and legal and forcing them to do something. Declaratory relief, and must follow the terms of this agreement as court would, meaning to say, yeah, you have to follow the terms of this agreement when a court as if a court forces someone to do it. For you to begin an arbitration proceeding, these are really technical stuff. I'm not gonna really read the entire thing, but I'm gonna explain sentences by sentences. Over here, this sentence just says, if you want to do arbitration, this is the place, the address, and the arbitrator would be this entity called the American Arbitration Association. All right. Then there is payment of all filing, administration, and pre-arbitrator fees will be governed by the AAA rules. Yep, very technical stuff. I don't think I have to explain all of this. We will reimburse those fees for claims totally less than 10,000 unless the arbiter determines the claims are frivolous. I guess they are telling you it's free in a sense if the claim is less than 10,000. Likewise, we will reimburse those fees for claims totally. That's saying Twitch will refund. All right. Likewise, we will not seek attorney's fees cost from you in arbitration unless an arbitrator determines the claims are frivolous. You may choose to have the arbitration conducted by telephone, based on submissions, or in person in the county in which you are located, or the agreed upon jurisdiction described above. The parties agree that any dispute resolution proceedings will be conducted only on an individual basis, not in a class, consolidated, or representative action. It's just saying you can't together as a group take legal actions in arbitration. You can do it on an individual but one person only, as an individual. If for any reason a claim proceeds in court rather than in arbitration, the parties each waive any right to a jury trial. So the case won't be done with a jury. If anyone doesn't know what a jury is a randomly selected group of people from, I guess, the US to determine whether someone is right or wrong by majority. But since we are not having a jury trial, that's not really irrelevant. So all in all, Clause 16 is just about how one person may take legal actions in terms of this Twitch affiliate agreement. So Clause 17, we are reaching at the end. Then this is even more standard terms and conditions. So you have bear with me until now. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this big investigations. But yeah, we will digest the rest of this and we'll end the stream. We will end the stream now. So miscellaneous. We have Simon. You may not assign this agreement by operation of law or otherwise without our express prior written approval. Subject to that restriction, this agreement will be binding on in year to the benefit of and be enforceable against the parties and with their respective successors and assigns. Any attempt to assign in violation of this section is void in each instance. We may assign this agreement to any of our affiliates or in connection with any merger, consolidation, reorganization, sale, or substantially all of our assets of any similar transaction. Basic explanation of this thing is, even though this agreement is between Twitch and the affiliates, as for us, the affiliates, we cannot assign this agreement. We cannot transfer this agreement to someone else. Like right now, I'm an affiliate. I like, for example, I like this streamer, but he's not an affiliate. I will transfer this agreement to this streamer. That's not possible. You can't do that. But for Twitch, they can. They can transfer their they can transfer their party, I guess, their rights, as a party to a different entity. That's what they are talking about. Then further assurances. You will take all costs to be taken such further actions and will execute, deliver, and file all costs to be executed, delivered, and file such further documents and instruments, and will obtain such consents as may be reasonably required or requested by us in order to effectuate fully the purpose, terms, and conditions of this agreement. Just a bunch of legal jargons to say. Again, make sure you sign everything, fill up any form required, fill up any information, give any information required to make this agreement effectively binding, right? Now, not much to talk about here. Waiver. The waiver by us of a breach of a default, breach of or a default under any provision of this agreement will be in writing and will not be construed as a waiver of any subsequent breach of or default under the same or any other provision of this agreement, nor will any delay or omission of our part to exercise or avail itself of any right or remedy that we have or may have hereunder operate as a way of any right or remedy. Very simple. This clause is just saying, if there is a breach of contract in this agreement, we will only waive our right. Twitch will only waive the rights to this to taking any legal actions against this breach in writing. So any omission, anything, if we don't take any action, if Twitch doesn't take any actions against any breach, doesn't mean we have waived our rights to take any legal action as well. So for example, of how this works is, if let's say again with the exclusivity period, if let's say us the affiliates are streaming simultaneously in other platforms, even though we are not supposed to do, And if Twitch doesn't do anything, Twitch doesn't take actions against you, like terminating your account, terminating this agreement, it doesn't mean they are waiving their right to do so, right? They could be delaying, they have not noticed, or they are not doing anything. Whatever reason they are not taking legal actions, it doesn't mean they have waived their right to do so, right? You can't, us affiliates can't later on say, it's been 1 year since I've been doing this, since I've been simultaneously streaming in other places, and you haven't taken any actions. That means you are okay with me doing it, right? No. Even if, let's say, it's 1 year, it's 2 years, they can still sue you. They can still take legal actions against you. Right. Simple enough. Severability. Any determination that any provision of this agreement or any application thereof is invalid, illegal, and unenforceable in any respect, in any instance, will not affect the validity, legality, and enforceability of such provision in any other instance, or the validity, legality, or enforceability of any other provision of this agreement, and such provision shall be deemed to be reinstated to reflect as nearly as possible to the original intentions of the parties in accordance with applicable law. Quite a mouthful, but at the end of it, it just means if Twitch can't enforce any of the terms in this agreement for whatever reason, doesn't make this agreement invalid, doesn't make the entire agreement void. It is just what it means. Like, say, for example, if this clause, the limitation of liability clause, can't be enforced, which I think is most likely can't be enforced, the rest of the agreement is still enforceable. That's what it means. Pretty standard. Then finally, we have captions and section headings. Very simple. It just means that, like, the captions, the bolded words, the headings, the titles, it's just for convenience sake. It's just for our inconvenience to read the agreements. It doesn't imply anything, doesn't give any actual contractual obligation. Then we move on to the entire agreement. This agreement contains the complete understanding between the parties with respect to the respective subject matter hereof, and supersedes and cancels all previous written and oral agreements, communications, and other understandings relating to the subject matter of this agreement, and will not be modified except in writing, signed, or otherwise agreed to by both parties, or by a change to this agreement made by Twitch as set forth in section 10 above. So they are saying, once you have agreed to this, anything that Twitch may have promised you is no longer binding anymore. Pretty much that's what it means. Then it's pretty standard. You'll see all this term everywhere. So there's that. That's the entire affiliate agreement. Took us what, 3 hours and 30 minutes to go through the entire thing. Not bad really. Quite short. The only terms that I guess the summary of this is you can't read this agreement on its own. Suffice to say, you have to read it with other agreements that is related to this one. For example, the terms of service and the community guideline. Then there is the how a person can be eligible to become an affiliate. It's also found in here as well, other than the one found in the content in your account over there, where it says 3 average viewers and all that, 50 followers, and those accomplishments makes you become eligible. But other than that, there is the legal eligibility as well, being you have to be 13 years old or older to be an affiliate. Then there is the I think this is the second most important thing, live content exclusivity. There's an exclusivity clause in this agreement. Then the other thing is how are you getting paid by Twitch as an affiliate. So most important thing is the bits, the channel subscription services, the advertisements, and when Twitch is going to pay you. We also talk about that. right? Very important to know about that. Then everything else is pretty standard, right? So once again, thanks for watching me explain this entire agreement. My throat is getting dry, getting sore. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I am finally doing a stream that is utilizing my in real life knowledge in legal skills and not. Thank you so much again for watching. Take care, stay hopeful, but be critical, right? So take care. Bye bye.